Make sure everything is good and ready to go. Everything's good. Alright guys, MRG95 here. Welcome back to my Bloodborne Let's Play. This is episode 3, and in the last episode we took on our first boss, the Cleric Beast, and explored a little bit of the next area in the game. I kinda wish I didn't do that, to be honest, so just as a brief recap, we'll just show off what you do there just for a second. I'm not going to do like a full in-depth exploration of that section since we already did. I'll go to the other side and start from there for this episode. This is going to be the shortest episode so far. The last two episodes were kind of long. The first one was like an hour plus, and the second one was 45 minutes long, and I don't want to do it that long for this episode. So, I'm looking for maybe 30 minutes, give or take. So, once you defeat Cleric Beast, talk to this dude again.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you? An aqueduct, not much of a choice with the bridge.
Okay, we're good. Quickest way to get to the aqueducts is take the shortcut. Just go these guys. As you can see, I'm using the saw spear now. I'm just trying it out. I tried it out off screen just to see what it was like, and it's pretty good. Though, I'm just going to use the threaded cane for a little bit now. I'll use the saw spear probably during the next boss just because it does a little extra damage, and that helps. Don't worry, I'm just killing these guys just to be safe. I'm not gonna do that grinding method again. So for the first side that we did yesterday, you go down here, just kill. These dogs will break out of the cages and start chasing you, so I recommend killing them right now. This one kind of already did, so back away. Pretty easy to kill. These guys will attack you. They're extremely aggressive, and one or two at a time is fine, but like dealing with multiple, it gets pretty rough, and they do a lot of damage. That's an NPC we can speak to a little bit later. So here in this section, what you're going to do is to the right here, destroy these barrels, drop down here, and hanging up from the ceiling will be like two bodies attached to chains. If you walk up to them, I believe these chains are the ones right here that I'm talking about. Whack them and they drop down over there. One of them is the saw cleaver, and I forget what the other weapon was, or not weapon, item is, but I recommend getting them both. To get back up to this point, there is a ladder section through that sewer way there, that aqueduct way, and you climb the ladder and then you'll be back up here to drop back down and get the other one. Over here, I'm pretty sure she's still here. Yes, Elaine the Crow, NPC. She will not attack you whatsoever, so feel free to talk to her. She gives you some items. We already got that last episode. Did I just see it? Nope. Okay, it was just a little light thing. One enemy that is kind of dangerous down there is, I believe he's right there, that is a large huntsman. He has like a spear. He could pretty much combo you to death if you are unlucky enough, so be very careful. Since we already explored this direction, I'm going to head back to Hunter's Dream via the old Hunter Mark and probably get an upgrade if we can for our character and head back the other way that we haven't explored yet. I just wanted to show that brief recap since, you know, it kind of helps. There's a couple good items there. One thing you need to worry about is, or be careful about, is there is a bunch of labyrinth rats, and just like the dogs, they could gang up on you and they could stagger lock you into oblivion. They're one of the more dangerous enemies, even though they're kind of weak. Rabid dogs and the rats are just the generic, oh, I'm going to kick your ass type enemies. If the doll does this, don't worry, just talk to her and she'll be fine.
Welcome home, good hunter. I must have drifted off. What is it you do? Very well, Ned.
So we get a level. Okay. Let's do one in Fatality so I'm a little more... I have a little more HP. I want to get that to about 20 before we get anything else leveled up. That's just going to help. I'm going to head over here. Prepare my web. I don't need to prepare them. They're fine. I do that way too often, but you don't need to do it every 5 minutes like I do. Right here is a special merchant that you can buy stuff with insight. I would not recommend buying anything they have right now. They do have some good items later, but right now they're not really worth buying anything from, so just don't waste your money on or insight since it's a very rare resource. For the rest of my money, I want to buy 3 of these just to have max, and then the rest in this. Oh, and we have a little bit left over, so I could buy... just for later, I'll buy an antidote. That's not important now, but later in the game there will be an area where there's a lot of poison, so that's good to have now since that's kind of uncommon currently. Can't really buy anything else, so I'll just top off my blood vials a little bit. And we're good. So let's head back to the Central Yarnum Lantern. This time we're going to go a different way. We're going to actually go on top of the bridge. Probably going to have to fight the Scourge Beasts again, which isn't hard because of that method I like using where I get them in the door and they can't really hit me, so I just whack them for a minute or two until they're dead. Actually, I'm pretty sure we could just run by them because they don't really chase. I mean, they kind of do, but they'll probably leave you alone by the time you get to the aqueduct, so I think I could just do that. The dude just whacked the hell off. Okay, probably should have put that in endurance, actually, that experience point. Sorry about that. Didn't notice that until now. Green screen is good. Let's get back into action. It's kind of funny because sometimes, like, when this really... Alright. It's kind of funny because sometimes when this guy's aiming his gun at you, if you're really close to him, the gun just goes right through you and does nothing. Like, he shoots the gun even though it's, like, right on you, but it just goes right through you. Like his arm and gun. Whack away, get that HP back. Let's see how much HP I'm at. Max. Okay. So for the other side of the aqueduct, which is probably my preferred way to getting into it, is you go this way. Just ignore the Scourge Beasts. You can fight them if you want, but they're not really... I don't think they'll give chase. So down here, I always forget where this is. Just roll through these barrels, drop down, be careful. Drop down again, and there's a skull right there. Oh my god, the Scourge Beast followed me. Is the thing gonna... this isn't good? I think it's the only one that followed. It's just staying up there. Okay. So down there we have 2 large huntsmen, and there's another one over there somewhere, and a long region with a lot of labyrinth rats. I'm so worried about that, dude. One of my favorite things to do, and I'll show him just doing it once because it does take like a few minutes, is the Scourge Beast will fall down, take damage, and... Okay. This is the first this has happened. Okay, there we go. I've never seen him do that long, but he will walk his way to the ladder, and I just like I'll show you guys what it happens. I don't have the monocle, so I can't really zoom in over there, but just keep an eye on the dude on the ground, just to watch. He's gonna climb the ladder, which, I mean, who wouldn't to get to a prey? And for whatever reason, the enemy gets stuck on the ledge and just falls down. And he could just repeat that several times until he dies. It's really funny, but I'm not going to sit through here and wait. We're just going to throw a Molotov and whiff. I don't think we have to worry about the, I think we just let him fall and die one more time. Come on, big boy. Oh, come on, I shot your freaking head off. Did it die? Blood shard, nice. Because I don't think I got any money from that, but okay. Let's kill this other guy, this spear dude I was talking about. Kind of a tough enemy, but if you just combo him, he should go down pretty easily. Also could be easily. Just rolled in. Boop. One thing to be careful about is to the left of that corner right there, right at the tip of my thread of gain, there is another spear dude waiting to ambush you, so be very careful. We'll do that in a moment. I just want to go back over this way and start killing these rats. How burnable are they? Very burnable. They outright die. Oh, damn it. Oh my god. That piece of shit. I'm fucked. Oh my god. I had a lot of endurance, so I shouldn't have gotten whacked like that. That's fucking bullshit. That's not on me, that's on the fucking game right there. But at least I showed you what not to do in this situation. It's a pretty easy way to get back, so it's not a big deal. Those enemies are not really a huge problem. I tried landing on that beam, but my character just didn't want to stand on it, I guess. At least those Scourge Beasts didn't really bother. That guy doesn't really bother you either. He just sits there in the thing waiting for you to get right close to him. So let's just quickly run back to where we were. It's pretty quick to get back there. It's kind of weird there's a shortcut. Actually, no, that shortcut is... Never mind. That shortcut is actually a pretty good shortcut. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a moment. Not momentarily, but a little bit later. It's coming up. Blood vials, nice. Just throw a Molotov at him when he's like not moving, because for whatever reason the Molotov just always miss when the enemy's moving even 1 mile per hour. Like that! That was a perfect example of the really stupid freaking Molotov mechanic. Is he really just staying there? Is he not gonna crawl up here? Okay, he is. One more whack should do it. Whoops. Take out this. What gun do I have? Oh, shit. Okay. Blood shards. I think I need 5 to upgrade my Saw Swigger and 8 to upgrade the Threaded Cane. I had 1, so I think I'm at 3 right now. Carefully drop down there. Grab the... Nice. And then drop down here. Bam! Drop attacks do more damage, but you do take a little bit of fall damage. Oh, that piece of fuck. Okay, come on. I don't think they're really guarding anything. I might be wrong on that. Oh, throwing knife. Nice. Pretty much the pebble, but better. You can't really buy them right now, so it's not really worth using. I think we also got a poison knife a moment ago, which is really nice. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is one thing about the Labyrinth Rats. They stagger you so freaking hard. It's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. They're mostly there just to be annoying, so that's the kind of purpose, I guess. Heal up. Nothing here, so that was worthless. I don't think there's anything up on those rafters. Three throwing knives. So again, there's a guy up here to the left, so be careful, just walk in the way, get his attention, and just kick his butt. He's guarding a hunter set. Literally the hunter set. I don't think that's any better. It has more blunt. I guess that would be kind of useful for now, because we don't really have to worry about poison. So right now I might equip this just to have a little more extra blood defense and blunt defense. Or defense, sorry. Which could be useful for the upcoming boss, so... Yeah, I'm gonna probably equip this. Man, I already spent so much money on this too. There, to make it a little even, we'll wear that, and then the rest from the new hunter set. These guys down there, those are enemies. I forget their names. Let me check real quick. I believe that's the Rotted Corpse. Yep, Rotted Corpse. 240 HP, and they don't really drop a lot of blood, so even though there's a lot of them, they're not really worth grinding for. They're kind of slow, so carefully aim for the middle right there, and pop a Molotov. That should get a lot of damage on them. And they're pretty slow, but they do hit hard when they hit. So I'd recommend staying with range, because their arms can hit you from a decent distance. Those guys are still alive? What? Yeah, see? Pretty solid damage. And I think they must have just dropped blood vials. They also drop... What else they drop? Bolt Hunter Mark, but that's like super rare. Wait, was... Oh, hi, buddy. I think that's what they were surrounding. So yeah, they kind of, that group makes it look like they're just completely dead bodies, so they will ambush you and do a lot of damage. There's a lot more raptors up here with crows up this way. I think that's the way we have to go. If I'm not mistaken, actually, I think this is the... Yep, this is the other section that we explored a few episodes ago, so we don't need to go over this way. But to put things in perspective, there's a ladder right here. Be careful climbing this ladder, though. There's 2 riflemen right up there, and they'll shoot you from here. But it shouldn't be like that thing that happened. So we are right about here. We were just up there a moment ago, so this is where we are now. Oh, shit. Someone died, but okay, not my problem. Peace. Let's get out of here quickly. Climb this ladder, and this, I think up here, yeah, up here is the, an item we could grab, which is one thing I really need to get right now. About 20 minutes in. Is this actually it? I don't... Well, let's kill these crows. Speaking of crows, if you kill Elaine now, you could also get her set by buying it. It's a pretty cool looking set, which I might get later, but I want to do her whole quest because it's one of my favorites in the game. This troll is a little bit different. Instead of a brick, he carries a freaking statue. That's staggered. I don't know what he says. He almost walked into that. Believe it or not, these dudes could climb ladders. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get bopped by him, but they could climb ladders, which is really funny. I'm just going to heal because these guys usually drop blood vials, so I'm not really worried about that. I don't think this guy does anything. This isn't an NPC that we're worried about. Yeah, so that's just like a generic NPC. Really cool looking door. Makes you think like, oh, there's going to be something really cool there. Nope. It's up this ladder, the second one where there's this character we could speak with. Yep. Pull this letter, and this is the courtyard where we encountered our first minion, the first huntsman minion, that brick guy, and those cackling women. And right up here is that courtyard with all those dudes and the dogs and stuff. So now that we have that unlocked, it's a good shortcut.
Are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? I just feel it from my mum. I think I came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone. I'm scared.
Say finds the girl's mother.
Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You are this it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, look at this music box.
Tiny music box.
One of Daddy's favourites, and one day Mum says silly can rock without. My mum gets to go.
So the tiny mix box is going to be a very helpful item for us for the upcoming boss fight, so definitely grab it. And let's head back down there and continue. Let me see. 25. Yeah. We're almost pretty much to the where we need to be for the upcoming boss, so I think I'm gonna head that way, do that. This episode's gonna be around 40 minutes then, but that's fine. Before we do anything, I want to equip the pebbles because I don't want to use throwing knives. Thanks, bud. Is it just me, or does the game look a lot slower? Like, I feel like it's starting to lag a little bit, but I don't know. Did not mean to throw that, but roasted bird, anyone? Oh. I feel like this would be a good area for an item, but it isn't. Stairs, so you could go back up. Don't know why I need to point that out, but hey, they're really nice looking stairs. So. Okay, so up ahead is an enemy I consider probably one of the toughest regular enemies in the game. It is known as a man-eater boar, and this specific one has 420 HP and drops the same in blood echoes, and has a really good chance of dropping a lot of blood vials. It is a really tough enemy, so be very careful. I personally like locking on, which for some reason I can't, and throwing a Molotov at it, doing a decent amount of damage, and then dodging out of the way so I don't get whacked by its head. So, believe it or not, pigs have been known to actually attack people, and there's even stories of pigs eating people. So, the idea of a man-eating boar isn't, well, let me think of the word. It happens. It's a thing that happens. Okay. Isn't insane, I guess. This is just a trap. Don't fall down there. That's a bottomless pit. You'll die. The Saw Hunter badge we just got is an item that I'll show you guys once we're back at Hunter's Dream, but the reason why I like going this way is because climbing up this ladder, but I'll just show you. It's really funny if it happens. If you hold circle, you run up the ladder a little bit faster. Or I guess climb, which helps because this is a really lengthy ladder. So. Yeah. Ah, it didn't happen. Nice ninja moves there, bud. Heal up. Okay. So sometimes when you come up that ladder, this guy lights that big ball that just rolled down the bridge, killing those enemies over there. He sometimes gets hit by the fire and just flies back. It's really hilarious. Maybe I could show it off again another time, but normally if you don't kill that boar, the other way up the ladder up here is right down there, right next to the ladder. Just climb up this ladder. That's the little opening we went through to get to the boar and stuff. Climb it up, and then you would have to fight all those enemies and dodge the boulder, but I like coming up this way just because it's a lot easier. And if I'm not mistaken, a shortcut should be around here somewhere. Here it is. Just hit this lever, or switch, I guess. And this puts us back to that little area with the two brick trolls, right near the house. One last thing I want to show you before I end today's video off is back across the bridge. One thing I like to do with these is, since I'm probably going to Bolt Hunter's Mark, is hit the switch and run off, because that way the elevators sit back on the top and that saves a few seconds for later. Right through that archway right there up the stairs is the next boss. Right over here is two large huntsmen. If I'm going to Molotov them, kill them, grab that item, and Bolt Hunter Mark. Or totally miss by a ½ inch. That's cool too, I guess. Thanks, game. I wouldn't risk fighting both of these guys at the same time. Exactly what just happened will happen to you, except ×2. Nice. Nice. Top it off? Oh. Well, that's fine. So yeah, don't go up the stairs until you're ready to fight the boss. That'll be next episode for sure. Let's Bolt Hunter Mark out here and see if I can upgrade any weapons. Excuse me, just had to do a quick stretch. So yeah, cool thing about this boss is this will be the last thing we do for Century Arnhem until we get to the next little section. With a different name, at least. It's still Yarnum, but just a different part of Yarnum. So, one thing I'm going to say real quick. Sorry, I have a problem saying stuff. This will be the last time I kind of show you guys, you know, repairing and buying stuff in the Hunter's Dream. I just wanted to show it off one more time. But we can now upgrade the Saw Spear, which I'm honestly going to do just so it could do a little extra damage. That's good, and I think we have enough for at least one level up. I am not too sure.
Very well, Lynn.
Yep, just one. Almost for two, but need a little extra. So, off screen, I think I'm going to gain a little bit more levels, just so I have a little more, some more stats. I'm probably going to grind up to around 5 more levels, which I'll show you guys next episode at the beginning. I will show leveling up, just because that's a really cool process, deciding what I want to do. But for now, I do want to buy as many of these as I can, because eventually these will increase in price as you defeat bosses. Certain bosses, at least. I don't know which ones determine it, but they do. Things in the things you buy increase in price, which kind of suck. It's mostly just the consumables, though, like the weapons and stuff don't. And with the new badge we got, you could purchase the beginning weapons: Saw Cleaver, Saw Spear, Hunter Axe, Threaded Cane if you didn't pick that. And, yeah, the repeating... No, we already had that. The Hunter Pistol. So pretty good to know. Pretty good item to get, so that's why I went down there. One thing I do have to recommend is grinding up right now to get the Hunter Chief emblem. That's going to be very useful for the next area in the game. So definitely grind up the 10,000 for that. It will take time, but I highly recommend it. It just makes things a lot easier to a lot easier to explore in the next area after the boss, the Cathedral Ward. I'm pretty sure it is required. It's kind of weird how they made that. It's like the only key that you actually have to buy to progress the game, which is kind of weird. It's funny like that. But yeah, that'll be the end of the video, and hold up. Yeah, I just noticed the comments, I'm sorry. Vicar Amelia, we're not going to be doing that anytime soon. The Moonlight Sword is in the DLC, and I'm waiting for the much later to do that, since the area is pretty much suicide right now. Plus, I couldn't even do it right now if I wanted to. Yeah. Hey, dude. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I honestly kind of want to do a second video today, just, you know, I'm not bored, and I kind of want to do it, so in about 10 minutes or so, I'll start up another video. I wasn't going to do it, but I kind of want to do it, so just give me time to, you know, get some water, maybe a quick snack in me, but either way, just hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you guys in a moment.